Guys, what's poppin'? Justin here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another story time for you guys, and I can't remember the last time I did a story time on my channel. It's been dumb long, and you guys have been hounding me the fuck down to do a story time. So I'm doing a story time today, and I really didn't want to do this story, but I did a poll on Instagram and everybody voted for me to do this story, so I kind of have to do it. If you see the title of this story time, it's about a DL guy. You guys follow me on Snapchat when I be talking my shit. You guys know I hate when gays out DL boys or when they expose them or shit like that, because I feel like that's just so ugly to me. Like, I don't know why. Like, even if you want to get back at somebody who did you dirty that's DL, I feel like exposing them makes you look bad. This is definitely not no exposed story time. I definitely don't do those on my channel. I don't think I'm popping because I like messed with a DL dude and exposed him, and that's what usually gays like to like think. But whatever, I'm just gonna tell you guys about the situation because this guy was motherfucking crazy. When I tell you this nigga was crazy, like, he was nuts. Let me tell y'all how I met him though. So boom, right? So basically, it was one time, you know, I wanted to go to the club or whatever. I was off and I hit up one of my friends that lived next door and I was like, hey, you want to go to the club? I'll pay your drinks, whatever, just come with me. And she's like, okay, whatever, boom. So she lived next door, so she went downstairs, I went downstairs, we met up and we went to the club, right? So we at the club and the club is kind of dead, it's kind of dry, there's nothing really going on. So tell me why, right? She's like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom real quick. So she leaves to the bathroom, and I'm sitting at the bar by myself, you know, on my phone, whatever. So some dude comes up to me, mad tall and cute too. Mad tall, cute, comes up to me, he's like, yo, nice kicks or whatever. Let me tell you something. One thing about me is whenever I go out, I look cute. Like, I look fly. Like, I know y'all may see the little feminine stuff on Instagram and stuff like that, but I don't be going to the club like that, okay? That is just something that I do to pop out for looks and shit like that, but when I go to the club, I be looking mad, tradie, and cute. Trust me when I tell you. But anyway, so boom. So I'm sitting there, you know, cute, whatever. I got my grills on, my hair's on fleek, you know, my outfit's on fleek, whatever, whatever. He's like, yo, nice kicks or whatever. So I'm like, thank you or whatever. And I kind of like turned around. Like, it was kind of like, thank you. And then he was just like looking at me like, so you're not gonna say nothing else? Like, you're not gonna introduce yourself or blah, blah, blah. Like, cause I kind of gave like, thank you. Like, it was very that. And I gave like conversation done shit. So like, I turned back around and he's like, yo, yo, yo. And like, he taps me and I turn around and like, he gives me the hand. So I'm like, all right, like, what's up or whatever. And when I give him the hand, he like goes like this and goes like this with his finger. Like, he rubs his finger on my palm. And I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I kind of like gagged because it's kind of like, that's so corny. Who do that anymore? But at the same time, it's so corny that it's cute, but it's not as corny. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was cute for him because he was like really cute and he was DL. So it's like, he wanted to find a way to like get my attention, but he kind of didn't know how. So he just thought of the first thing, even if it was corny. So I was like, you know what? You get like half a point for that. Like, that was cute for you or whatever. My friend comes back from the bathroom or whatever, and I'm like, yo, I think that nigga's trying to talk to me or whatever. And she's like, who? And I like showed her, and she's like, oh, he's cute. And I'm like, he's mad cute, right? But you know, the club lights be lying sometimes. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold it down. Like, he was cute for what it was. You know, he came up to me, I took a good look. It was cute for what it was, but you never know, like, who the fuck you talk to and the lights turn on at the end of the night and you see fucking Chewbacca and you like, oh, bitch, hell motherfucking no. And by then you already told that nigga you was going over his house and everything. You see, this is why you have to wait till the lights turn on at the club. But anyway, so I'm like, I'm gonna hold it down, whatever, boom. I'm gonna call him Bubbles. Like, I don't know why I want to call him Bubbles right now, but I'm gonna just call him Bubbles for whatever reason. So Bubbles is sitting on one side of the couch with his hookah and I'm sitting all the way on the other side. So like, we're making eye contact and like, I'm looking at him and I'm laughing and I'm just like back in my phone. And like, he's just looking at me the whole time, mad serious, like like in his hookah. Like, so I'm like, oh my God, he look a little scary, but he look a little good too at the same time. So whatever, boom. I'm still sitting at the couch looking at Bubbles, looking at me, looking at him, looking at me type shit. So I'm asking my friend, I'm like, yo, you think I should talk to him? And she's like, go talk to him. But the thing with me is like, I never, like in the club, I'm never in nobody's face. Like, you gotta talk to me first. Well, that's not true. If you dumb cute, like if you dumb cute, I just might. But if I know you feeling me, like how he came up to me, I'm gonna wait for you to come up to me again. Like, so it was this boy's party that I knew from Instagram or whatever. I guess it was his birthday, so he was celebrating it there. So I didn't know that. I just had like went to go. So he like walks past or whatever, but he like doesn't really acknowledge nobody. Like he's just walking straight through the club going to his section or whatever. So I like recognize him. I'm like, oh yeah, that's that guy from Instagram. You know, I know him. We talked or whatever. Not like that, but like we spoke or whatever. So me and my homegirl sitting there talking. Me and Bubbles is still looking at each other, whatever. So some man with a camera that was taking pictures come up to me and he's like, can I take a picture of y'all? And I'm like, yeah, you can take a picture of us, whatever. Boom. So you know, we took that picture. You know, like how the 7 days, 7 nights shit was. Yo, y'all remember that? Yo, if you from New York and you don't remember 7 days, 7 nights, you definitely too young for me. Like, you don't remember that? 7 days, 7 nights? The photographers that used to take the pictures at the club of the ratchet ass bitches. Like,
everybody had a picture like that.
I didn't have one though. I was hating. If you was in school and you did not have a 7 days, 7 nights club picture in high school, you was fucking corny. And I was one of those fucking corny ass kids. Like, I wanted a 7 days, 7 nights picture so bad, but my mother did not play that shit, and she never let me go to like Sweet 16s or like teen bashes or shit like that. Like, I never got to do shit like that. So I was so fucking mad. And I used to just see everybody's popping club pics. Well, not popping, because the bitches used to look ratchet. Like braids in a bun, or like a swoop bang that was ombre red with like sleek back hair and like a ponytail with the ombre ponytail. It was just really corny. Like, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about, ratchet bitches. And they used to always take pictures like this. So he takes a picture of us and he's like, yo, nice to meet you. And I'm like, nice to meet you too. So he goes to like give me a hug. I give him a hug. He's like, oh yeah, I remember you. You from Instagram, right? And I'm kind of like, yeah, I guess, because that's where like people know me from, Instagram and YouTube. So I'm like, yeah. So he's like, oh yeah, it's such and such party. Come take a picture with him in the back. And I'm kind of like, are you his like recruiter for like his section or something? Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, ew, like that's kind of corny. But I wanted to say hi to him anyway, and I wanted to like tell him happy birthday anyway. So I was like, yeah, of course. Like, so I go back there and I'm like, bitch, happy birthday, blah blah blah. So we partying, whatever, whatever. When I go to the back, Bubbles goes to the back too, or whatever, and he goes to in another section that I guess he knew the niggas there or whatever. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But he's smoking hookah, staring at me again, and I'm like, oh my god. So then now I'm getting more and more lit. So now I'm on some shit where like, I'm not giving like, like, supposed to be nice. Like, I'm giving like, fuck you, I'm about to party and have fun. So boom, Cha-Cha Slide come on. So now y'all know if Cha-Cha Slide come on, you have to dance to Cha-Cha Slide. If you in the club and you think you too good to do the Cha-Cha Slide, bitch, you insecure. Cause you know you want to get up and fucking do the Cha-Cha Slide. Like, I know I'm not the only one. Like, who don't dance to the Cha-Cha Slide? Like, when you don't dance to the Cha-Cha Slide when they come on. So the Cha-Cha Slide come on. So I'm like, oh, bitches, man. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap. Right? So boom. So I'm doing the Cha-Cha Slide, whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Bubbles pulls me like, the boy whose after party was, he was coming up to me here and there throughout the club. So when he see me outside, he was like, yo, bitch, what you about to do? And I'm like, oh, I'm about to go home or whatever. And he's like, no, come over, blah, blah, blah. And Bubbles already like, yo, come, like, let's chill, whatever. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go, whatever the case may be. So my friend went home and I went to the after party, right? All the way in the Bronx. Do y'all believe I went to the Bronx? Yes, this is true. I went to the Bronx. Stop the press. Fucking tell the world Justin Marcus went to the fucking Bronx, okay? And y'all know how much I hate the Bronx. So the after party was cute or whatever, and we all chilling, right? So I'm with the DL nigga. So everybody, at this point, everybody knows that that's my nigga. That's not my nigga, but that's my nigga that I'm fucking with heavy tonight. Like, all hands off. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Boom. Like, I'm literally sitting on his lap. Like, we're talking, we're flirting the whole night. Like, we're on each other. Like, everybody knows that that's mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting on his lap and like I'm on my phone or whatever. And he's like, you know, doing whatever, trying to act all cute or whatever. And I'm sitting on his lap or whatever and I'm on my phone. So then I pull out my Snapchat and I go to snap me. I swear this nigga was not even in the snap. And I was sitting on his lap like this, very much like this. And I had my phone and I was snapping like this or whatever. I did not mean to snap him, first of all, because I don't even care to do that. Fuck out of here. First of all, you think I want you on my snap? So I'm snapping or whatever, but I'm sitting on his lap, but I'm not even snapping him. I'm snapping myself. So like, he peeps that I'm snapping. He's like, you got me on your Snapchat? Let me see your Snapchat right now. And I'm sitting on him and I'm like, what are you talking about? You are not seeing my Snapchat. Like, and he like, I had to let him know, like, bitch, are you crazy? Like, you are not seeing my phone. And he's like, well, I want to just make sure I'm not on your Snap. I'm like, you're not on my Snap. Trust me when I tell you. Like, I don't have to sit on your lap. I could just sit, like, next to you. So I go to sit up. While I'm getting up, grabs me by my 2 wrists and sits me down. And he's like, you not fucking going nowhere. So I know some gay boys think shit like that is cute. Like, oh, you not fucking going nowhere. Like, you staying right on my lap. Nigga, not me. Sorry, I'm not some insecure little gay dude that needs a dude to be possessive over him to make themselves feel better. Not I, okay? So I do not play those little rough games, those little possessive, like, shut the fuck up games or a nigga who choke you up. No, not me. I'm not that insecure, okay? So I'm like, yo, get off of me. I didn't want to make a scene, so I'm like, yo, get off of me. He was like, nah, babe, you OZ, you OZ. And I just wanted to see your Snap just to make sure, like, I wasn't on it. And I'm like, my nigga, I'm telling you. Mind you, my hands are still behind my back, like, if I'm being arrested. I'm like, my nigga, I'm telling you, like, you're not on my Snapchat. Like, get off of me, get off of me. Like, so I try to, like, move. Like, I budge and, like, I, like, rip open or whatever, right? So when I rip open, like, I guess the boy whose after party was, he's peeping everything from across the room or whatever. So he came over, like, he didn't come over like, hey, what's going on? He came over like trying to change the subject type shit. Like, oh, like, y'all, he like said something about the music or something. Like, he just like tried to redirect our attention. So he was like, yeah, guys, something, something, something. And I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then the Bubbles was like, yeah, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. So like, we all like switched the conversation or whatever. But I still got up and I still sat next to him. So I'm like, so he's like, wow, you really just gonna sit next to me, blah, 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 blah. So I go and I sit next to him or whatever. He's like, oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to smoke. I don't smoke, so whatever. I stood there by myself. So he goes outside or whatever, and the boy whose after party was came to me like, yo, what happened? And I'm like, yo, bitch, he blew mine, blah, 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 blah. So he's like, yo, what happened? Like, blah, blah, blah. So I'm telling him like, yo, nigga thought I was on his Snap, this, that, and the third. And like, he tried to, like, when I tried to get up, that nigga was not trying to let me leave, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was getting tight. And he was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, DL niggas are so corny, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, like, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. We having that little kiki moment. Like, you know, like, you my, like, he's not my friend, but he's somebody that I'm kikiing with for the night. So, and I'm telling you about some nigga that I've just met. So you already know the tea. Boom, the nigga comes back or whatever, whatever. We chilling or whatever. So it's time to, like, go or whatever. And I'm like, all right, now I'm really going home. So the nigga stops me, like, in the hallway while we leaving and like is making out with me. So I'm like, oh my god. So nigga tries to pull me in the hallway and try to do some funny shit. I'm like, oh hell no, definitely not going down. Like, I'm like, oh, you're crazy. Like, he's like, all right, come to my crib or whatever. So I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, he was dumb cute, so I was gonna go. But I swear I was just gonna go chill. Like, it wasn't never gonna be like the most I was gonna do was cuddle. Like, it was never like he was gonna about to smash. So he's like, all right, so then let's just go to my crib. Like, I live up the block. So I'm like, all right, whatever, boom. So boom, I'm walking or whatever. He gets a text from the boy whose after party was and was like, oh, you left your coat. And he's like, oh fuck, I left my soda, we gotta walk back. So I'm like, all right, let's walk back. I'm like, I'm not going back in there, so go get your stuff. Why the guy was like, oh, stay or whatever. Like, the guy that I was telling, like, yo, this nigga just got me tight, this nigga, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm talking to him. Yeah, that's my little boo, whatever, whatever. He tried to talk to me tonight. The nigga that knew everything is now behind my back, trifling gay dude shit. Now behind my back trying to get him. I didn't know that at the time, though. So the boy goes back to get his sweater. The guy's trying to make him stay. So he's like, nah, I gotta go, whatever, whatever. I didn't go inside, so the guys didn't know I was outside. The boy is now texting him, where you at? Come back, blah, 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 blah. So the boy's like, yo, bro, like, I don't even see you like that. And right now I'm with, like, Justin or whatever. He's like, oh, both of y'all could come back. And I'm like, oh, nah. Like, he's trying to get crazy. Like he wants you that bad. I'm like, wow, that's crazy or whatever. So I walk to his house. I was chilling in his house. Nothing happened. I swear to you guys, nothing happened. I just fell asleep there. I showered, we cuddled, we watched Star, and then we fell asleep. I promise y'all, I swear. But anyway, we fell asleep mad late, like at like 6 in the morning. So I don't leave his house till like 8 o'clock at night, because we slept till like 4 or 5, and then we like kind of chilled, and then I left. The whole time I was there, like from the time we woke up to like when we was chilling in his house, he likes to be aggressive, like play fight like a boy. And like, I play fight too, but like, I get nervous when I play fight, because if you hit me too hard, I'm gonna really be tight and I'm gonna want to fight. So I really don't like to play fight. But like, you know, boys, niggas, they love to like play fight or whatever. So he was being mad rough, but I had to let him know, like, nigga, I'll cave your chest in too. So while I'm getting ready, right? So now he's like, oh, hold on, I gotta like go across the street to my sister real quick or something like that. So I'm like, what? Like, he's like, come with me. So I'm like, okay, or whatever. So I get ready or whatever, boom. So I'm like, what's the address here? So he's like, I'm like, is the address where the Uber location is showing me? Because, you know, sometimes Uber be getting it wrong. So he's like, no, that's not the address. So he puts another address in the phone. And my anxiety's kicking in, y'all. So he puts another address in the phone. So I'm like, okay, like, okay. So, like, I go and I open the door. I go to open the door to his apartment, and he's like, yo, don't fucking open my door. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I really had to, like, after a while, I had to, like, give, like, all right, like, what is it now? Because he was just so aggressive with everything. So I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, you don't know who I got beef with. Like, don't open the door. You never know, like, if somebody would have shot you. And I'm like, oh my God, bitch, you got beef like that? That niggas know where you live at? That if you open their door, they're gonna shoot you? So I'm like, whatever, like, you so stupid, whatever. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And I'm walking down his stairs, so I guess there's people in front of his building. He's like, yo, put on your hood. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, please put on your hoodie. And I'm like, I'm not putting on my hoodie. What do you, like, why would I put on my hoodie? And he's like, yo, please, I live here. Like, just put on the hoodie, please. Like, and I'm like, but why? Like, and he's like, yo, like, I just don't want nobody knowing. Like, just, can you just please put on the hoodie? So, like, once he gave it like that, I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll put on the hoodie. Like, you see, this is little shit that I don't like fucking with DL niggas. Like, is little shit like this. So I go and I put on the hoodie or whatever the case may be, right? So I put on the hoodie and I'm waiting in front of the building or whatever, but I take that shit right off as soon as he crosses the street. So he crosses the street or whatever, and I call the cab to the Uber to the place that he said, but it was like mad, like down the block and around the corner type shit. So I'm like, oh hell no, like what the fuck? And he already had went across the street, like he disappeared across the street. So it's like, I'm kind of like waiting here. You went across the street, disappeared. Like, is this nigga about to rob me right now? Like, what's going on? It was this guy and this girl. And they was in front of the building or whatever. And I asked them, I'm like, hey, do you guys know, like, the exact address to this building? Because I'm thinking they live there. So the guy's like, no, sorry, like, we actually don't live here either. We're actually calling our cab too, blah, blah, blah. I think it's that over there, but I don't know because it's that. Like, he had said some kind of joke. He was like, yo, these Bronx blocks are crazy. Like, that says that and that says that. And I was like, yeah, like, I laughed. Tell me why Bubbles come running across the street. Yo, you know that nigga? In his face, like, like, yo, you know this nigga? And I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I'm like, what's your problem? He's like, you know this nigga? Don't be talking to nobody on my block, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, first of all, my nigga, I'm a fucking adult. I can talk to whoever the fuck I want. That possessive shit may be cute to some gay dudes, but I do not play those games. Like, I don't play those games. You're not gonna tell me who I'm talking to. I'm a grown-ass man. Fuck is you talking about? Like, oh, don't talk to nobody on my block, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna talk to whoever the fuck I want to talk to. If I want to talk to your mother, I'm gonna talk to your mother. Like, I'm gonna talk to whoever I want to talk to. He's like, oh, didn't your parents teach you not to talk to strangers? This is my hood. Like, you don't know this nigga. What if I had beef with this nigga? I'm like, yo, what is wrong with you? Like, you really got fucking issues. Stop talking to me like that, number one. It was really like a whole argument. So then he was like, oh, babe, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. Finally puts in the right address. I don't know. Oh, he said he put in the address at the corner because if I would have put the exact address, they would have had to do like a circle around the block, some stupid shit like that. So he put it at the corner where he usually always gets his Ubers. But whatever, my anxiety was up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to find out this exact address because I don't know where I'm at right now. So whatever, he gives me the exact address and the cab comes or whatever. And I try to get in the front seat of the cab, and he's like, "You not sitting in this nigga's front seat." Like, real, like that's just, like, I don't know. It's so crazy to me. Like, I don't know if I cuddled him so good that he just went crazy like that. But, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it was given. So, he's like, "You not getting in this nigga front seat." So, I'm like, oh, my God. Are you serious? Like, let me just get in the cab. Like, he's like, sit in the back, sit in the back. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. So, I sat in the back or whatever. Boom, I went home, everything was good. He was talking again for a few, and then, like, it was just, like, he just got too aggressive for me. He would talk to me very nasty. And he would say shit like, he's not gay, and, like, he's not with that gay shit, da da da. Yo, I was so scared to show this nigga my Instagram. This nigga was like, you got Instagram? I was like, no, nigga. Hell no, you not seeing my Instagram? Y'all know what my Instagram gives. Hell motherfucking no. While one day we was chilling, and he called me Jay Lindo, I fucking gagged. I was like, I was like, how you know that's my name. And he was like, oh, you showed me your Facebook picture. Oh, that's what it was. I was on Facebook. He was like, yeah, you showed me your Facebook picture and I seen your name, dummy. And I was like, oh, alright. And my Facebook doesn't give it like my Instagram. Like, it does, but it doesn't. So I was like, kind of good. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, but like, that's one of the hard things about dating DL dudes is DL dudes, at least for me, I would say, like, for me, it's like on Instagram, I get very much like feminine and masculine at the same time. But when a nigga meets me in the club, it's kind of like, oh, you're cute, like masculine. And if he was to see my Instagram, he would get turned off and not want to talk to me no more because of the way I dress sometimes. Like, of course, I don't wear heels every fucking day. But you know, I like to sometimes, and I like fashion, and I like being gender fluid when it comes to clothes. But a lot of DL dudes are ignorant in that sense, and they're like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to date nobody that's like that, because for that I date a girl, whatever, whatever. Now, I'm gonna say this. I understand some dudes have preference, but let me just like school y'all real quick. Just the gay community really quickly to listen to me. Gay dudes have this thing where they bash feminine dudes. I don't think I'm that feminine. Yes, I wear makeup. Yes, sometimes I like dress up or whatever, heels and stuff like that. But I feel like my personality speaks more than that. And I feel like I'm not as feminine as some of these bangy gay boys that be out here. Like, I don't think I'm that feminine, but we're in an age of social media defines who you are now. So it's like, if you dress in heels, you're obviously like this ultra femme dude. You're obviously a bottom. You're obviously like want to transition. You know how many times I got like, are you transitioning? Are you transitioning? Like, I've gotten that so many times. The DL dudes, they straight up say like they just don't like it. Like, they straight up just don't like it, which I prefer more than gays who are out the closet and are openly gay will shame feminine guys and say like, if I wanted to date somebody in heels, I would date a girl. Like, I want to date a man. I will respond to that like, you know, that's really ignorant because at the end of the day, I'm still a boy, or that person is still a boy. They still are a man. They still have a penis. They still are a boy. It's just the outside that you're looking at. Like, and they're like, oh, well, to compensate for it, they'll say, oh yeah, well, you know, it's just my preference. Like, I prefer a masculine dude. Now, let me explain to y'all what the difference between preference and not liking something. You can like strawberry ice cream and vanilla ice cream, but your preference is vanilla. But you would eat strawberry if strawberry was only available. Now, when gay dudes use the word preference, they try to use it in a way of like, oh, I'm not shaming you. I'm not saying that like, you know, it's bad what you're doing. I just prefer masculine dudes. No, you are shaming feminine dudes because a preference is something you prefer one over the other. Meaning over the other. You will still have the other, but you prefer the other. That is okay. But when you totally say like, oh, I wouldn't date a dude in heels because he's obviously wanting to be a woman, and for that I go date a woman. Like, that's so ignorant to me because it's like, I am a man and that femme guy is a man. Like, so what are you talking about? You're just ignorant, and a lot of the time these gay dudes are insecure, so they're not secure enough to like date a guy who dresses like me or dresses even more like crazier than I do. But that's most of the community, and that's because of social media. Everything masculine is glorified in the gay community. I hate when it be like masculine dudes on Instagram and then you meet them and they're a whole cis, like a whole cis. But gays rather that, they rather that because we're in this world of social media, they rather that than actually dating somebody who's comfortable being themselves and puts themselves out there as far as like what you see is what you get. You see, me is I'm what you see is what you get. You will never go on my Instagram and then go on my YouTube and be like, oh my god, I didn't know he was like this. Oh my god, I didn't know he was like that. Or vice versa as far as meeting me in person. Like, you would never meet me in person and then go on my Instagram and be like, oh my god, I didn't know he was like that. But these gay dudes be all trying to be all tradie, all trying to be all masculine, faking, doing all this, faking for the cameras, doing all that. And then you meet them and it's like, yo sis, what's good? Like, and you be gagging like, what the fuck? Like, I thought you was a masculine. No, but you're a whole fucking cis. That just comes from a place of insecurity. But yeah, that's like my whole thing with DL dudes. Like, DL dudes are really like aggressive. I've dealt with aggressive DL dudes before, but this guy fucking takes the cake. And like, I don't know. For me, I just don't. I'd rather not. It's not worth what it comes with. I would never take a DL Zeus serious. Like, if you want to just, like, enjoy the DL Zeus company for whatever it is, even if it's, like, let's be real, even if you just want to smash from time to time, then it is what it is. But to take a DL Zeus serious and, like, share your life with him when you're openly out is so fucking hard. Because little shit like put on your hood happens, or don't talk to people on my block because you don't know who I know, and blah, 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 blah. Shit like that happens, and I'm too much of a secure person with myself to deal with somebody who's battling demons like that. Like, he's really battling his demons, and a lot of DL dudes are, when they say things like, I'm not gay, or, you know, oh, that's that fag shit, like, oh, I'm not, nah, I'm not with that gay shit, but you will sit there and eat a whole nigga ass, but you're not gay.